Hey, welcome to Weird and Woo Woo. I'm weird, we get a little woo woo here, okay? We're gonna be delving in to see if there is a message today. If you're gonna stick around, that is fabulous. If not, have a wonderful day. Just to give you my little spiel, you are a sovereign being of your life. You get to determine if, how, when, where, why any of these messages might apply. My recommendation is to never Cinderella it to make it fit. Yay. Let's go ahead. I do want to give a nod to the fact that I attempted to start something before. There was an indication that there is something intricately woven, like a spider web, like a catch-all, something that's going to catch things. So if anything comes your direction, anything malevolent or destabilizing or um, you know. Envious, jealous, or anything shot your direction will be caught by this web that's been woven. And much like a web, if you walk through it or if it gets destroyed, it regenerates. Like it doesn't regenerate. The weaver makes another one, right? But it's almost like the speed at which it is restored. So they kept giving me this energy of regenerative. Also, whatever hits that, you must have either like an alchemy transmutation type of award, or this is something where whatever hits your ward is offered up to whatever energy entity or deity that you work with as an offering. Because I show like whatever hits it, much like a spider will then bind it, but it's used as sustenance for the regeneration, for the protection. And so it's kind of like it restricts it, but also if you've done work recently, or if you've been relying on and working with a spirit, that it is in place, is what I'd like to say. Because I don't want to leave that message unsaid. I'm not necessarily thinking that it's going to come through in this one, but I did feel like I needed to. It got a little bit choppy after that. After I got through that piece, it was weird, like something wasn't fitting, and so, um, I kept stopping and pausing and really feeling into the energy, and so it might be a message in and of itself. There was a secondary message of, like, it is safe to indulge, to engage in certain activities and have fun and put yourself out there and because of what is, in place now. And so, it's almost as if it's like they want you to be more visible, to get out there, have more fun. Because something tells me that in having fun before previously, that would attract some of these energies, like that was not okay to them. And so it's almost like do the things that pull these things in so that we can bind them, okay? And use whatever energy they have. So it's almost like it would deplete their energy. Um, the reserves that they have to spend all this time doing whatever with you or focusing on you. So it's kind of like go ahead, go ahead and indulge and revel in the fun and revel in the knowing that this barrier is up and you are safe. So there's that. I have no clue if it's going to um it's almost like you doing you and you having fun and you freeing yourself acts as a beacon, like a light to moths, and it attracts them so that spirit can take care of things. So again, if you've done any work, or if you've requested help and assistance through any particular spirit or deity, it is working. It is in place. They don't want me to go any further than that because that might give some kind of an indication to, exactly what you did, and they don't want that. So, or what they did. So, anyways, but there's your message. So let's go ahead and pull some cards and see if there's anything else that wants to come through. Oh, I love it when we get to start with this one, Divine Doors. It's my only frou-frou deck with frou-frou sayings, okay? Ooh, I find it hard on certain days to catch my breath. I like to have a controlled breath through my nose, but sometimes I feel like maybe you're having difficulty getting a deep breath. Um, Whenever we've got like major storms coming through and like barometric pressure changes, and I think last night we had nothing but lightning storms. It wasn't even like severe weather like we normally would get. But man, was the lightning, it was dancing around so much. I thought there was somebody in my backyard with a big ass flashlight flashing it around because it just would go real quick right up against my window. It seemed like. I don't know why I'm telling you this. That might be pertinent for somebody. Yeah. Okay. Here's the first one. Oh no. Patience. This is more just like being cool with what is in the moment. Patience is not necessarily an indication that something's going to take a long time. It's just that in this moment, you have to be okay with what is. But it says everything soon will come to light. See, they get it all makes sense, and then you will see things will be all right. I like it. If you've been wondering, like, Spirit, why X, Y, and Z, and da 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 da, I thought, like, yeah, they're like, hold on, you're about to get an indication of it. Just wait and see. It's about to come to light. So basically, like the answer to a query that you have, you're about to get that. Ooh, inner power. By your own command, you brought yourself here. At this moment in life, you have nothing to fear. That is the message. You have nothing to fear. Again, this kind of does wrap into the initial download that I was getting in regards to the weaver, the spider, and the spider web, and how things hit it, and like you're fine. In fact, they want you to step out. They want you to be seen. They want you to be more visible because whatever comes your way is going to be, I heard, dismantled. So, Jude's song, a reminder for even the most hopeless of lost cases, you can find peace within the strangest of places. Um, Whatever appearance there may be right now, it is not a lost cause. It's not a lost case. Um, you will be surprised. Again, that might have something to do with what's about to come to light on, I also want to say, in the strangest of ways. Like peace can be restored in some of the most strangest of ways. So if there's a reason that you're not engaging with the world around you, getting out, like allowing yourself to be seen, I just feel somebody that shrinks back, that uh, frequently is like, what's the use, kind of a thing. You know what I mean? Like, why even try? Like, it just doesn't. Nothing ever really. Blah 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 blah. Blah. And they're like, don't do that. Um, Which seems like a lost cause or hopeless at this moment, like it's a futile, like these are futile efforts and things like that. Don't, that it's not. And you very well may be greatly surprised and think of all the ways that things have occurred before in a most surreal, strange way, right? That's what they're like. Don't forget that that can happen. Um, I just heard somebody go, like somebody sees something transpire in front of them. They're like, I know you lying. I know you lying. So you've had those moments before. Hermetic Tarot is pulling me. So that's where we're going to go next. Again, part of like permanently resolving some of what you've gone through is you stepping out, acting like a beacon, attracting these energies to pull their shit again because spirits they got them. They got them. They told me something and they're like, don't say it out loud. I was like, okay, no. They showed me something. I'm like, but they're like, yeah, don't say it though. So I was like, ugh. I was like, why did you? Okay, anyways. Ooh. Okay, but seriously, the Page of Pentacles. You get it? The Page of Pentacles. You see? Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups, Empress. Ooh. Ooh. Something is brought in or offered or given that you go from the Queen of Cups, level of intuition and connection with the etheric, to the Empress. Something about the Empress is this is a state of receptivity, of being able to receive something. Definitely a tangible new beginning, something very tangible. This isn't like, oh, you're gonna get some psychic powers downloaded from Bubba Daboo. This is something very tangible within your reality that would be of benefit for you, that you can utilize. Knight of Cups. Knight. It's like an invitation or proposal of some sorts. Let's tell me about the Knight of. Okay, don't even let me finish. That's fine. Strength and justice. Well, it seems as though that might be why you're receiving it. We're gonna put that back because I have questions about the Knight of Cups. That's what I would like you to address. Knight of Cups is the Six of Cups and the Page of Cups. Definitely something very pleasurable that kind of like brightens your day again. Again, we talked about indulging. So that's the point. There's something coming in. Remember, they're like you indulging and having fun and getting out and being seen and like rejoining the world is what attracts those things that can be then bound. It's kind of like, yeah, it's just you need to be the beacon. You need to be seen so that you can attract the moths. Not to poo-poo on moths. Six of Cups also has a level of it doesn't feel like history in this lifetime, but it does feel like soul contracty, past life, some level of recognition, understanding, with the Page of Cups. Like a soul contract beginning. Like there's something within the book of destiny, whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? That is supposed to start. And it starts with this Knight of Cups. Let's get specific though, Spirit, because is it help? Is it what is it? There's something about receiving this is going to become visible, and that too is important. And so for whatever reason, it feels as though maybe you have received messages to keep something hush hush. And true, you don't need to be speaking on it. But you know how like people say, if I ever win the lottery, I might not say something, but you'll be able to tell because you'll be able to see visibly. So there's something where it's like, don't be afraid of something being seen. You do not have to comment on it. You do not have to share information, but there's something about the visibility of this that is needed as a lure. I just got like somebody might act a donkey when they see you receive this or they see evidence of the Knight of Cups. and that's gonna trigger them. That's the thing that's gonna trip them up, and that's why they're like, "We've got the web woven, ready to catch them." And when they do their thing, we've got them. Like something how it's like what they do is gonna be used against them and bind them from being able to perpetrate anything in the future or cause any harm or difficulties for you. So there's something that needs to be visible. It's like a it's like seeing like there's an invisible tripwire. But, you know, something is visible that causes someone to go after something or do something. So, yeah, so it's like something that you're meant to experience, do, encounter, or is meant to begin in your life that is going to elevate you to an empress status where you finally are receiving um whatever, anything and everything. It is something very within your reality. This isn't like, oh, again, it's not a download. It's not an emotional revelation. It's not a spiritual way. It's something very tangible happening. And it has to be tangible. Again, it has to have that presence of being seen. Ten of Cups. Oh, oh, it's something that it's like, ooh, it's something that, again, revelry and indulgence. They want you to revel and that they want you to. Oh, there's something about you indulging in this and loving it and enjoying it, but not saying a thing to anybody about it, but people seeing it, it's gonna trigger something. But this is something that's like, it's really good for you. It brings great joy. It is a reciprocal energy. This could be like a romantic offer or a romantic initiation of some sorts or someone just sharing the love and it's like seeing your worth and elevating you and that's just gonna like something that someone does. This is definitely attached to a person that's bringing it in. It's being brought in via a person, and so it allows you to elevate to the empress status. It's meant to. This is a part of something that's supposed to be for you. So somebody past life or a part of your uh I'd say this person's meant to do this, whatever it is. This is just one of those things where it's like it was an inevitable, it's supposed to happen, it's part of your contract or a soul contract. Um, where somebody has like a soul recognition with you, and so they do something as a result, but it ends up in the Ten of Cups. And that's gonna trip somebody up. That's gonna trip somebody up. And they're gonna get caught. And it's funny because Spirit is definitely telling me, um, spiritually speaking, something has been set up in your life to prepare for this, but it's going to happen on a tangible level. So even when we're talking about like it's going to trip them up, it's going to bind them up, it's going to keep like whatever it is, it binds up their energy so that they can't expend it on you. Like they are restrained and limited. So something in reality has to happen to do that. Um, let's see if this deck has anything else. Five of Pentacles. Ooh, Five of Cups. King of Pentacles. That's not good. So we have the Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. This definitely feels like happening to someone who feels as if that they've got their life together and that they're in control of life trajectory and things like that. There's loss in both of these areas, emotionally and materially. They're going to lose out. On the split, there's a tower. So, and okay. I want to pull from a different deck and see what it says. They want Golden Universal. I heard you might be catching all their strays. So like something may have been where like their behavior and the things that they do have not just directly impacted you, but also indirectly. Like even when it's not something that's been directed at you, you still end up catching some kind of, flack for it or difficulty for it. Mm. Again, you may have felt like you would have to lie or hide being in a new relationship or connecting with somebody romantically. You this is somebody that felt like they pulled strings. They impacted your life in such a way where you felt like you would lose out if they ever knew you found happiness again, because Seven of Swords is getting like it's a defensive energy. It is a sense of like um needing to hide, shroud something, be deceitful about it. But Eight of Cups is like you don't have to do that with this one, and you're encouraged not to. Again, tell nothing. You may be somebody who felt like you like you had to tell somebody something before, because if you didn't give them all the information they wanted, they would wreak havoc. I'm not sure. But it's like you don't gotta say shit, but you also don't hide it. Okay? Don't hide it. Um, but also there's this feeling of you can finally walk away from deceitful, hurtful love. Like you get to leave that behind. You get to leave that behind. Yes, this is some real deal shit. This is a higher level commitment. So there is a soul contract here. So when this comes in, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. So you just need to know that you're good, that you're covered, that nothing negative will come of this. If you have intentionally um, remained single, isolated because of the repercussions you felt like you would face as a result, and if you felt like you couldn't, like you wouldn't be able to share that or show that, this is somebody who used to be in control and had the appearance of their life together, but their life's gonna fall apart between the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. Uh, a lot of emotional turmoil, material lack. Something's gonna happen there. they're going to lose out. When they pull whatever stunt that they do, it's almost like they ruin something for themselves. And part of eliciting that response and that behavior is you um like finding romance again and love, connecting with someone that you obviously have soulmate, soul connection, soul contract, whatever you want to call it. A really happy, good, healthy relationship that leads to long-term commitment. You don't have to tell anybody anything about this. Even if this is an ex, even if you show children, like, you don't have to sit there and give them every little detail. They can know that you are in one, but it's one of those things where you're safe. You're going to feel safe and be safe. And when they show their shit, Spirit's got something for them. But it takes on a very tangible thing. So this happens really quickly, and it's trustworthy. It's integral. This is something that's you can feel safe and secure in. So, yeah, that's the message. I hope it finds whoever it's meant for. Remember, don't say anything, but don't hide it either. Okay? Indulge. You are protected. All right. You have a great day. See you the next week, guys.